If you're new to my YouTube channel, please click that subscribe button and remember to click the bell icon to get notifications of all my uploads throughout the week. Say hello.
Good afternoon. The sun is out.
Well, it was.
Well, yeah. It's warm. Well, it's not warm. It's warmer.
Were you going to say it's Tuesday?
Yeah.
It's not, it's Monday.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, excellent.
Yes, it's Monday afternoon. And we've kind of been busy all day with day job stuff. Thank you. Mr. Bentley's wrapping us around. I've been buried up to my eyebrows in Excel spreadsheets with percentage calculations and exchange rate calculations and all that kind of stuff, ready for year end. And Ian's been look at that little thing in the corner. Ian's been working on his stuff in the garage. Oh, hang on, I'll just turn you around quickly.
Oh God.
Mr. Bentley wanted to be in on the action, so we've pretty much been really sort of busy all day. I've got to do some filming for tomorrow. I finished the field note journal, as you've seen, so I need to actually film the flip through for Tuesday night or Tuesday evening's video, and then obviously there's the vlog as well on Wednesday. But that's done. So it's been a fairly busy day today. So we're just on our way for a little walk up to get some treats, I think. Maybe a couple of little sticky buns for after dinner tonight. And then Ian and Mr. Bentley are going to carry on and do a bit of a longer walk, and I'm going to walk back and get started on doing dinner. What? Where is he? You were supposed to have brought Ted up. Where's Ted? Where is he? Oh, he's there. There he is. Ha ha ha. You're back to your normal self today, aren't you? Eh. He's been off for the last couple of days. He's hardly eaten anything. And today just seems to be a lot better. He's eaten an entire dish of food after coming back from walking. After coming back from walking with Ian. So at least his appetite's back to normal again. So are his energy levels. Nutter. Poor Teddy. So it's now about 4:30 on Tuesday afternoon, and I've had a very busy day today. Just don't seem to have stopped at all with day job stuff, research, filming, editing, uploading to YouTube, all that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty much glad it's all over now. I've just literally made myself a cup of tea, and I'm going to sit down and have a cuddle with Mr. Bentley, who's now barking at something in the garden. Oh, his feet are going to be filthy. Ugh. It's 11:26 on Wednesday, the 28th of March. The month's gone by so quickly. I can't believe we're at the end of March and almost into April already. Even though we have had signs of spring being around. So all the snow has gone. The spring flowers are all starting to come out. The daffodils, the crocuses, the tulips and that kind of stuff are all poking their heads out through the ground, and it's just starting to warm up a little bit. So it's nice. We've been able to get out in the garden, as you saw last week, and continue the tidying process, the titivation, ready for this year's floral growth, because we plan to put lots more flowers in the garden this year. We didn't really have chance last year. We were very busy last year, but this year we're hoping to spend more time in the garden. So that's the plan going forward. I'm just nipping down to our local big supermarket. I'm going to Mum's tonight, So I just need to make sure that Ian's got enough stuff to last him food wise. We're having our main meal at lunchtime today, rather than later on. Let me go back a bit actually and put the car in there. Oh dear. People faffing around in the car park. Well, now what are you doing? You idiot. Right, what was I saying? Yes, so we're going to have main meal at lunchtime today, because when I go over to Mum and Dad's, we're just going to be having sandwiches and that kind of stuff, because they have their main meal at lunchtime now. So I'm just going to grab a few bits and pieces, make sure Mr. Bentley's got enough, sort out lunch, and make sure he's got something nice and interesting for his supper tonight while I'm not there. It's now 3 minutes past 3. I've just said goodbye to Mr. Bentley and Ian as they're going off on their walk. They always tend to start off on their walk as I'm leaving to go to Mum and Dad's on a Wednesday. That's when I go. We've had a real hail storm this afternoon. But the sun's come out again now, and everywhere's it's all melted, it's all gone, but it's all very wet, but the sun is out, which is nice. So hopefully, traffic permitting, I should be at Mum's for 4, which will be nice. It's about 8:15 on Thursday morning. Let me just turn Karen Carpenter off. There we go. I'm a bit late this morning, about half an hour later. I stayed a little bit longer to have a chat with Dad. The sink in the kitchen, the taps are kind of starting to go. It's about time that they were replaced because they've been in there quite a while. And so we were just chatting about having them replaced, and I've offered to pay for them to have a new set put in, if that's what they want. I've even offered to say they can have the sink replaced as well if they want to, but Dad says he doesn't think that that's necessary, just maybe replace the taps. But like I said, I've offered to pay for that. And as you can see, the sun is shining, even though we had a hard frost. as you saw at the beginning of this segment, that was the ice on the windscreen of the car slowly melting. I'd put the heated windscreen on and filmed it all melting and crackling away, so I thought you might enjoy seeing that. So as I said, we're about half an hour late, so rush hour has almost gone. I think it might just get a little bit congested towards the motorway as when we get closer to the town, and because I'm skirting around it anyway, it shouldn't make that much difference. But I should be home not too much later than normal. So back to my Karen Carpenter. So I'm back safe and sound. Didn't take too long. I actually managed to get home a lot quicker than I normally do. Even though I set off half an hour later this morning, I actually arrived at the same time, which is completely bizarre. So when I got back, I found Ian on the dining room table doing this. What are you doing?
Good morning, everyone. I am actually making dials up ready for Timequake in Manchester this weekend.
So these are the steampunk dials.
Hang on. That's them when they're finished. I'll show you. Come in the box.
We didn't see it, you were too quick.
Sorry.
Okay.
And in the box, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they've all got glass. They're brilliant because they've got glass cabochons on them.
I will do a close-up down at the bottom so you can see. All got lovely glass cabochons, all pressure gauges, voltmeters, all that kind of stuff.
For a journal cover, I'm thinking for that lady who wants a steampunky one, some of these would be rather nice on the front.
Yes, I'll just explain. I've received a commission for a handmade journal. Lady wants a steampunk stroke Alice in Wonderland stroke Charlie and the Chocolate Factory kind of themed. Something like this might be nice on the cover. You're right.
I also do another.
So you're selling these for...
There's another set. That's the second set.
This is a different set with copper rings around them. So and these retail for how much, Ian?
£5 for 4.
So the box you get for £5.
Which is brilliant because they're only £1.25 each.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do the show, sometimes people say to me, "Oh, thank you," and then just take one, and I go, "No, you don't just get one for a £5, you get 4 for a £5."
Yeah. And
that's the moment they snatch my hands off.
Yes, and of course, with foam pads and that kind of stuff, you can stick them to almost anything. Handbags, belts, computers, iPad covers, you name it, you can stick them onto anything to steampunk up your life, basically.
You can never have too many gauges. They're on my website, www.vernindustries.co.uk.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a shameless plug.
Thank you.
It's enough of that. It's a bit rowdy for this time in the afternoon. So I'm back in the car. Just on my way to the printers. Day job stuff calls. So I have to nip across to the printers, which is only about a 20-minute car ride to the neighbouring town of Wetherby, to the printers to pick up some print for a customer, and then I'm coming straight back. It's a really exciting life I lead, you know. Come on, Mr. Car. Thank you. Do you know, if I didn't have you to talk to, I'd have nobody to talk to at all. It's just before 9 o'clock on Friday morning, and we're building the front of Ian's new stand for the Timequake event in Manchester this weekend. So Ian's on the floor with a screwdriver, and as you can see just there, bits of frame, that we're going to be putting together to create, hopefully, a faux Victorian shopfront.
I had it too far forward and it's pushed me against the edge, and that means the front won't go on.
Okay, so I've got the two side pieces. That's the left, and that's the right. And then the top piece is a fixed wooden piece which has a brick effect across the top. And now we're going to put the side panels on, which resemble Roman columns. Okay, so we've got the side panels on, as you can see, with the big steampunky watch all going up to the Roman columns, and we've got that, and we've got Ian's logo.
I'm holding it because I'm going to stick it on when I get to the venue rather than sticking it on now, because it'll get broken.
Because they may pull the laminate, because we're going to put it on with Velcro pads, so,
yes,
or you're going to put it on Velcro pads, so you don't want it to pull the laminate off, just in case. And then brickwork across the top, brickwork down there, and then another Roman column all the way down to the bottom. And where Ian is standing is where his table will be, behind the columns, and then it will be tied into the table to make it all nice and sturdy.
It's very sturdy now, actually.
It is. I think it looks amazing.
Thank you.
So it's now 10 to 10, and I've just jumped into the car to take a couple of parcels, website orders down to the post office just before lunch, get it all done and dusted and out of the way, so that I don't have to worry about getting any parcels off over the weekend when I don't have the car, because Ian's taking it when he goes to Manchester for this Timequake steampunk event he's going to, because obviously he'll be taking the car and I won't have it. So yes, I thought I'd get them done now, that way I can just forget about it. Of course, there are no parking spaces outside the post office again. Blooming typical. I'm saying goodbye to Daddy. Somebody left the garage door open. This is the longest departure ever. Come on, pups. So it's 4 o'clock, Friday afternoon. Bank holiday. It's very quiet out here. Obviously Ian's gone away for the weekend, so it falls to me to walk Mr. B. it's not too bad. A little bit of a nip of cold in the air, but spring is definitely just around the corner. You can almost feel it. It's almost tangible. So it's Saturday morning. It's 11:37 to be precise, and I've had a few piles of Happy Mail sat waiting to be gone through for quite some time. So I decided today that I would sit and film opening the packages and showing exactly what was sent to me in that. I've also done a few bits and pieces in readiness for a couple of new journals that I'm working on at the moment today. It's really raining very hard this morning, so Mr. Bentley's not even wanted to go out in the rain today, so he's kind of buried himself back under the covers and refuses to get out, and I can understand him. I wouldn't want to go out in that rain myself, so that's what I've been doing this morning. I'm now going to edit the video for the Happy Mail, and then I've got a few bits and pieces that I need to cut out and start doing for one of the journals that I've been commissioned to make. I'm doing a doggy themed journal, hey, a theme very close to my own heart. So I'm going to be doing that for probably the rest of today. So if I don't catch up with you again later, I'll see you on Sunday. Sunday morning, and Ian left for Manchester for the time quake thing, the second day of his time quake thing, at about 7:30 this morning. So we thought we'd stay up and come out for a little bit of an early walk. So not particularly warm, but dry, which is the main thing. So I've got a kind of busyish day ahead of me today, so by the time we've got back, had breakfast, that kind of thing, I want to make a start on doing some more tea dyeing, creating some more vintage papers for one of the handmade journal commissions that I've got, which I've now got 4 to do. So I'm doing one on a doggy theme, which is just perfect. Come on, you. Dragging his heels this morning. So it's now lunchtime, and I've been tea dyeing some papers for about an hour now. I'm just about to have a break for some lunch. I'll just turn the camera around so you can see what I've done with the papers. So this is the stash that I've done so far. I've just got these few remaining ones to do. I've got a couple that, hello Mr. B, hello. I've got a couple more just ready to go back in the oven, and then I'm going to carry on. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, without whose generosity and support these videos would not be possible. Thank you.